Hi, I'm Marie Eldridge, an educator in the Handi Quilter studio, and I may have a new favorite ruler. So this is the Hex 3 ruler. So it is made to go with your hex quilts that you've been making that have that 3-inch square. But the thing I found is you can echo any size. To get this sampler that I've been working on and to demonstrate with you, my favorite thing was using the echo feet, and I'm going to demonstrate with that. But I just started out with I took the ruler and I laid it on a piece of fabric. I traced around it. So my hexagons that I have on here, these are actually the size of the outside of the ruler, which, you know, when we quilt with this, we're going to be 1/4 inch inside. I have the 1/2 inch echo foot on here, so we're going to start with that, and this ruler has the gap in it, so I can just slide that over. I have the hopping foot up so that it'll go on easily. Then I'm going to line my ruler up with my square, or actually my hex shape, which I'm so excited because it's different. This is a different shape than you usually see on a quilt. We're like triangles and squares, things like that. So this is going to work awesome. This ruler has a lot of ruler around the outside for you to hold on to it. You could also add some handy grip to it if you're having it slide a little bit. But I think there's enough ruler to hang on to. So you always want to be safe, so do what's most convenient, what feels the most secure for you. So I'm just putting my hand across there. That's as far as I'm going to start stitching around this. And I don't really have to worry about that gap, that it's going to make a line or a glitch in my stitching. Once I get here, I'm actually going to put this at needle down, and you'll notice I'm using the Forte. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, so now we're headed up the other direction, and with that, we'll just go up to the next little corner, up to the top. And you want to just secure everything. Make sure that your hands are right surrounding the angle that you're going to stitch. Kind of have to be a contortionist. And that's that first outside going around there. Now the thing that I found is that I can echo that. So I'm just going to raise my needle, and I'm going to put my ruler right on the lines that I just stitched. So I'm going to go up and around this way, and I'll just stitch that corner. Oh, I probably would have jumped across there, but we'll just say we're going across. And then as I get to that, as my hopping foot reaches that seam line, I'm going to adjust my ruler, and I can adjust it to both corners so that it comes up here, and it also, let's get it right on that. This is the corner, or the angle that I'm going to come to. So I've got my ruler following exactly that stitching line that I just did. Once I get to there, I'm just adjusting my hands. I always want to have it secured. And as I get down here, I'm stopping as the hopping foot touches that bright orange thread. As I slide that up, and then I can put it in that corner. If you're worried about this little gap in your ruler, you can just switch that ruler. You can just turn it around. So we'll just try that. So I'll put it so that it's right on that corner. All right, then it's across and back. Look how cute that is. I've had so much fun with this ruler, and there are so many different things that you can do with it. These are some of the different designs that I've stitched out. So I stitched around the outside to stitch this down. This one I just did an up and down on here. If you can see that, you can't really tell very well because it blended in so well with the fabric. The other thing is I followed the design in the fabric and just did swirls and curls in that one. And I love how it worked out, that it just accents those. There's other ways you can divide the square, or the the hex. There's lots of ways to divide the hex. I'm not used to saying that. So here's with an echo. Most of these I came in with an echo. This one has a lot of different echoes, and they are just tied off in between each one, and you could echo in as far as you wanted to the center. This one turned out to be one of my favorites. It kind of looks like a sand dollar, and after I did the green one I was like, oh, I should probably do the blue one also as a sand dollar. So I did the blue, and after I did the blue I thought, well, sand dollars are white. So you can make ghost hexagons in your quilt and just have, like on this end over here, you can totally see that they are just that hexagon shape. You can add some in with your fabric, or you may have a quilt that's already done with hex, and then you're just going to use this ruler to help you quilt echoes inside and to quilt those up. I think that trying to get a true hex shape is hard. That's why I love this ruler, is because you can do that. When you get your package, there are going to be some different ideas on it. These are the different designs that come with it. I'll just show one of those to you. I'll just demonstrate that right up here. Okay, so I have traded off the Echo Foot, and now I have on the Surefoot. And I'm going to show you that you don't have to use all of this ruler. You can use these great angles that are on it. So I'm just going to use the top part that's going to kind of find like a chevron shape. I'm going to mark where I'm starting on this side, which is a 1/2 inch up from the center, which this is another one of those great things about our Handi Quilter rulers, is that there are lots of grid lines on the template to keep us lined up. So I'll just put my needle down there right where I put my mark, using this great orange thread so that you'll be sure to see this. I'm sure I'd put this on a quilt, right? So I'm just going up and I'm holding, I'm kind of walking my fingers. Again, you don't need to go real fast, and I want to feel like I'm secure there, so I'm just moving my hand around and I'm coming down right until I get to that mark. Okay, so there's that one, and now I'm going to flip my ruler around. Let's see, I'm actually going to move my ruler down. I'm making an arrow here, so I gotta, let's just get that out of the road. There we go. All right, so if I move this down so that I'm adding just that chevron shape there, I want to make sure that I'm lined up with the dots that I already made, and we'll just go up to the top and then back down this side. If I finish that off, you can see that arrow. You can see that arrow that was there. I can tie off, or else I can just drag my thread and move down. And I think I'd probably move down just about that far. You can set up a gap and keep doing this same gap. I'm going to put this one so it's about a 1/2 inch from this one to that one. Again, you want to be safe. I have my ruler base on. I'm using my Surefoot. Come down to my mark, slide my ruler down, make sure everything is lined up. I'll go back up. And then I'm just going to close that off. All right, let's just see. Whoop. So you can see how cute you can make those designs, and there's some other designs, like I've said, that are fun to do. I think one of the things that I have done and what I would use is, you can see on this one inside the hexagon, the lines are going horizontal. The one next to it, they're going vertical. And I have a quilt here that I've done pretty much that. It's not exactly the hexagon shape, but it's snowballed. And you can see this one is horizontal, and you can divide up that hexagon shape a lot of different ways. And added this one, I added a little bit of ribbon candy, where this one is straight. This one, these are going vertical, this one's going horizontal, and then it trades off every other one. And this one just changes the gap in your straight lines. There are so many ideas that once you start using this ruler, you're going to come up with. You're going to like it.